Hello guys and dolls. So this is going to be my channel that I use because I don't know what happened to my other channel. Because I had an issue with my phone. It died, which sucked. And to make matters worse, uh, they were not able to fix it and I ended up getting another phone. And so as a result, I lost all the information that was on my phone. And that includes my other channel with YouTube that I have no idea what that channel is, and it won't let me. Google will not permit me to get that channel, to recoup it. So until I figure that out, which I may not figure it out, it may never happen, then I'm starting all over again. So whatever. I really don't care. I'm so angry and so frustrated about so many things. I hate that people have no conscience. I hate that the world is in the position it's in. I hate that there's conflict going on in places, you know, where it's happening. And it's absolutely, people's greed is just indescribably shocking. Their lack of a conscience is shocking. Their desire to do horrific things to people is shocking. And so I've been on edge and I've been really upset, and I let some of it out last night because I have a tendency to hold it in. That's not good. Um, Sometimes you just have to let it go. You have to, feel whatever it is that you're feeling, um, and just let it go. Cry it out or whatever, or walk it off, swim it off, play basketball until you get your frustrations out, or whatever it is that you do. Hi, Monster. I have my son with me, Milo. For those of you who don't know who I am Tranquility, and this is my doggy. Do you want to be on camera for like a minute? Come here. Come here. I know, you're so sleepy. Well, getting on my nerves makes you tired, don't it? This is Milo, and the only reason he's being a good boy right now is because he's tired, and getting on my nerves is a lot of effort on his part. So, what? Don't. What are you doing? Don't. Anyway, go lay down. Good idea. Perfect idea. So, I wanted him to go outside, and he's like, no, it's too cold out there for me, so I'm going to keep my butt here. So, it's almost like I'm reintroducing myself for the first time for people who have never seen me. I like to... Don't start. Don't start. Or continue, because you've been getting on my nerves all day, really. Woo! Puppies are cute, but honey, don't fall for the cuteness. I like to think of myself as narcissist repellent, narc repellent, because the more I learn about them, the more I teach you. And I am almost a walking encyclopedia of the shit. I know the shit that they pull, and the more I learn, the more I tell you guys. Stop that. Stop. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I like to consider myself narcissist repellent, because I know, and I'm also an enemy to them because I know the shit that they pull. The mind screw, the gaslighting, telling you that this is your reality when they know damn well that's not what happened. Misrepresenting themselves, pretending to be something that they're not. I'm nice, I'm kind, I'm sweet, I'm empathic. I've got empathy and compassion for everybody. I'm just a great person all the way around the board, and it's a freaking lie. So any questions that you have about narcissism, chances are I could probably answer those questions for you. So I feel like I'm starting over with a clean slate because this is the channel that I'm using right now, unless I somehow figure out how to get to the other channel, which I have not figured that out yet. So I feel like I'm starting over, and I'm erasing the chalkboard and starting from scratch for those who have not heard of me. I teach about how to get back to you, how to get back to your well-being, how to recapture your power. You have power, especially men or women. You have power. You do not have to put up with someone else's bullshit. You don't have to put up with their lies, their narcissistic attitude, their mental illness that they refuse to get help for. They won't get medication. They won't get therapy. They fucking refuse. You cut them off. Get rid of them. I don't give a shit if that person is your girlfriend, your wife, your fiance. If that person refuses to get better, then get rid of them. Get rid of them. Or else you're going to be in prison. You're going to be locked up in prison for a crime that you never committed. So that's what it's like being tied into a sick, toxic person. You're locked up and you're never getting out, and you didn't commit a sin. You didn't commit a crime. You don't want to live like that. That's why I tell people, don't rush to get married. Don't take your sweet time. Because there's a couple things that I really love about narcissists, that they have absolutely they have no control over their life. That's why they control other people, because they can't control themselves. They can't control their life. So much of their childhood was they had no control. So as a result of that, they try to control other people, dominate other people. So, basically, they will never be happy. I know one who's greedy for his parents' money and their lake house. He, thinking of the lake house and him having it, gives him an instant boner. But the thing of it is, even if they were stupid enough to leave him everything, including the lake house, which I hope they're smarter than that, he will never be happy. Narcissists will never be happy, no matter how much money they have, no matter how much property they have, no matter how much jewelry they have, no matter how many clothes they have, no matter how many cars, airplanes, horses, whatever it is that they own. They will never, ever, 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 ever be happy, because they're unhappy in here, in the core of who they are. They're unhappy in here. They have no soul, but deep in here is blackness and negativity and darkness and insecurity and shame. Narcissism is shame-based. So they'll never be happy. It makes no difference what they have. So I take solace in knowing that regardless of the materialistic things that they acquire, they would never, ever, 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 ever be happy, and they'll never be satisfied. Happy people do not get off on ruining other people. They just don't. They don't control other people. They don't lie to them. They don't make up bullshit stories that are so outlandish. I'm affiliated with the mafia. I know of 3 sick narcissists. All of them are twisted in the head, and all of them think that they're affiliated with the mafia, because their life by itself is boring and stagnant. So they have to create these fantastical stories, over-the-top stories of, well, I'm this and I'm that, and and they just come up with these fantastical stories that are totally ridiculous and asinine and far-fetched and ridiculous. But they're trying to make themselves bigger than they are. I like to think of them as they're similar to a puffer fish. What does a puffer fish do? They blow themselves up to look bigger than they actually are. Narcissists are pufferfish. They make themselves bigger and better than they really are, because they know by themselves they're nothing. They are darkness. They are negativity. They are gloom and doom and insecurity and shame-based. And there's nothing good about them. So I take solace in knowing that they're never going to be happy no matter what they acquire. I also take solace in knowing that that they're positivity and I'm such a great, awesome person. That has a time limit, because eventually they're going to stop acting like that, because eventually the real them is going to come out. Now, sit back, eat your popcorn, and wait, and you will see the real them come out. And it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. They cannot stay fake for long. Let me repeat that. They cannot stay fake for long. Okay. So that's the reality. That's just the way it is. And trying to see if that's a bird on the railing. I can't tell. Yes, it is. Okay. Uh, but yeah, they'll always be miserable no matter what they acquire. Um, People can have the best of everything and still be miserable as hell. Nice cars, nice house, nice job, nice spouse, nice everything, everything nice, nice bank account, uh, 5,000 sports cars, and they're still miserable as hell because the misery's in here. The misery is inside here. That cannot be removed. Will be there forever. It's permanent. So that's just the way it is. That's never going to change. And their phoniness will never change, but it will come out. You will see the fakeness come out. It will come out. Okay? That's the reality. It will come out. So you just sit and wait. Now, how long does it take? It could take, in my personal experience, it could take a matter of weeks to months to years, depending on how good they are and depending on how fake they are, I should say, and how often you see them. If you don't see them that often, then it takes longer for the real them to come out because you don't see them often enough for them to show who they really are. And then when you see who they really are, I don't want you to make excuses for them. Well, not everybody's in a good mood all the time, and everybody has off days, and the person apologized. They really didn't mean it, and on and on and on and on and on. When the reality is that person is mean-spirited and they're lying and they're trying to screw your brain by telling you that the sky is really on the ground. It is. Sometimes they'll use big eyes. It is. I'm telling you. Eyebrows up to the hairline and eyes, bigger than dinner plates to try to convince you. Tone of voice. They try to imitate how we behave because they're dead on their own. They're like a corpse. There's nothing in them except evil and darkness, okay? So they imitate what we do. I'm telling you, the sky is on the ground. And the ground is the sky. Why? I'm surprised you didn't know that. I'm serious. Sometimes they get mad and they're lying, but they're getting mad because you're not believing them. You never believe me. You don't trust me. We don't have a relationship after all because we don't have relationships not built on trust and we have nothing. When in reality, they're lying to you and playing games with you. So it's called gaslighting. Everything that they do has a term for it. And lying and trying to alter your reality with their bullshit and their fake story of how it really went down. That's called gaslighting. That's called gaslighting. So anyway, I'm just going to do, a little introduction. Like I said, I'm into healing. I'm into teaching about narcissistic abuse, how to recover from it, how to handle yourself in relationships because people don't want relationships anymore. The world has completely flipped from how our grandparents were and our great-grandparents could sustain relationships and they knew what real love was. Not everybody. There's sick people back then too. But generally speaking, people were not afraid to fall in love. Now, because we have such an open society, open-minded, and women are trying to act like men and they're trying to screw with no emotions. And one of my friends, Shaharzad Morgan, she's on YouTube. She read a study where the women who are banging with no commitment, they're just banging, like pretending that they're men. 9 times out of 10, they're intoxicated. So if you have to get intoxicated in order to do a certain behavior, maybe you need to stop getting intoxicated. I'm just saying. And it never goes in good places to copy what someone else's bad behavior is. That's not going to fix anything. That's not going to make life better. You're going to make life worse. And because men are so used to fast behind, women just throwing their clothes off the minute they meet, men are expecting that because their egos are huge anyway. And so they're expecting women to do that. And they would rather fall in bed than fall in love. So the world that we had back in our grandparents' time, maybe in our parents' time, and grandparents' time, and great-grandparents' time, that world doesn't exist anymore. People don't want to be in love. They just want to fall in bed. They can't commit. They don't address their mental illness. They don't do, and some people do, and kudos to you for doing that. A lot of people don't want to do self-inventory, and They just don't want to admit to themselves. It's excruciatingly painful to admit to yourself that you're off, that something's seriously wrong with you, but they know something's wrong with them, but they don't want to address it. People, everybody needs to do self-inventory every single day. Look at how you talk to people. Look at how you treat people. Is that how you want to be treated? So, anyway, I'm just doing a little introduction. But if more people would do self-inventory, more people would go to therapy, this world would not be in the boat that it's in. You know, that's just the way it is. So anyway, so that's me, and I'd love to see you again. Thank you for tuning in. And until I find my other channel, if I don't find my other channel, this will be my channel. And so I look forward to seeing you again. All right, take care.